All right, so this is a preview to a review. I'm not going to do a review because I'm not going to see this movie, but the Tupac movie, All Eyes on Me, just came out. I think it came out yesterday. I think so. But so far, I've been hearing mixed reviews. Some people have been saying it's good. Some people have been saying, it's not that good, and they wasted time and money on this movie because it only depicts a certain part of Tupac's life. And we were going to go see it because it's Father's Day tomorrow, and I was going to take my husband to go see it or whatever. And when we heard the reviews of some other guy that he watched this morning on YouTube talk about the movie, and he's like, I'm like this greatest, he's like one of the greatest fans of Tupac, and he was like, they really didn't do the movie justice. They didn't do Tupac justice because they really didn't talk about his early life as much on the movie. The fact that his mom was a part of the Black Panthers, and then she went through getting into drugs, and then she went through rehab, and they were very poor, and and the times that they had to move as much. He said that they showed that they moved a lot, but there were certain parts of the story that they really didn't do very well. They didn't really show his poverty to fame for real. They just kind of like it went straight there. They didn't show his work ethic and why he got the nickname the GOAT, because he was a hard worker. I mean, he did a lot of his albums in like weeks. It didn't take him like months and months and months like it takes some of these artists to work on albums. He worked on these albums, and it's like like 2 days he would make an album. He'll do like 12 or 13 songs in 2 days, or 20 songs in 2 days. I mean, he was just a worker. He was a worker. I mean, he understood hard work, and he loved his craft. And so it's a lot of like people saying that the movie is just really not worth going to see. I know it's made a lot of money within the last 2 days so far, or probably more than that. I'm not really sure if it's been 2 days or whatever. I think the movie came out, maybe it came out yesterday, or it might have been Thursday. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I mean, the guy that plays Tupac in the movie, he looks a lot like the guy. Wendy Williams was very starstruck when he came on the show of Wendy Williams last week, I think it was, or week before last. Of course, she gets starstruck anyway. She was starstruck. I can't say it. Starstruck over the guy that Naveed, that was Indian, that played Michael Jackson, and in the Lifetime movie of Michael Jackson, based off of his bodyguards. It really wasn't a movie about him totally, but it was based off his later years before he passed away, about what his bodyguards dealt with him and saw about his life in his later years. And when he came on the show to talk about the movie, come to find out, he had been touring and being an impersonator to Michael Jackson for 25 years. So he knew Michael. They actually, talked every once in a while. They weren't like the closest, but he would do doubles for Michael and stuff like that. But yeah, let me get back to Tupac. This situation with Tupac, this movie, it's just a lot of different mixed reviews. They probably would have done better. The guy that we were watching the review on talk about the movie, he said it'd be best if they probably gonna have to do a second movie, because he said it's best if you just watch the documentaries on Tupac, because they're better than the movie. And that's not good. They spent all this money to do this movie, and it sucked, and people are wasting money. So I told my husband, I said, we're not wasting the money. I'm sorry to say it. I feel like, I'm torn about it. I really wanted to go see it, but I really don't want to waste that kind of money, because it's expensive to go to the movies as it is anyway. I think it's like almost like $15 a person. And my daughter wanted to go too. She's 17, so they charge her like a fucking adult. And then to try to get the snacks and shit, that's even more. So I would have to take a big purse and put some, Cokes and some water or whatever, some popcorn, but just buy the popcorn there. That'd be the cheapest thing they got there, because between the popcorn and the candy and shit, that shit is high. But yeah, I mean, the movie's just really not that great. I think Jada Pinkett is mad at him, mad at the people that wrote the part, because Jada Pinkett Smith, she dated Tupac at one time or whatever, and so the way they depicted her in the movie wasn't good. So she was very upset about that. That's rumors that come out about that. Well, basically articles, stories, whatever, news stories about her situation, not liking the way they displayed her in the story, so, or in the movie. But yeah, I wouldn't waste my money or time on that movie. You know, if y'all want to go see it, you know, go for it. You may get a different perspective. You may like it. A lot of people just have mixed reviews about it. I really don't want to waste my time watching it. I'll just go get a bootleg copy. I was joking. I probably will though, because they got places online you can watch that shit. But anyway, may not be the best quality, but eventually they get the good ones. So I'm done.